So ever since ZBrush was first invented and thrust out upon the world, people have been asking one very important question. How the fuck do I get my model out of ZBrush and into another program without me wanting to kill myself or everyone who developed this thing? Well, since then, now that we're 4 versions in and a whole bunch of updates, a while back they added GoZ. And GoZ is really awesome. GoZ also really fucking sucks. So now I'm going to go through GoZ and I'm going to show you a couple of things and help you avoid a couple of pitfalls. And this is going to be a pretty quick one too, because I'm going to move on to the next one immediately after this, which is how do you get a one-to-one representation of your model from ZBrush into 3D Studio Max. So first off, step 1, GoZ, let's do it. All right, for starters, I'm going to open up 3D Studio Max and ZBrush. All right, so now we have ZBrush over here, 3D Studio Max over here. Now the idea behind GoZ is that it can immediately transfer any model that's in your viewport right here over to 3D Studio Max at the click of a button. So let's see if this actually works and they're not completely bullshitting us. So right off the bat, I'm gonna take this sphere, I'm gonna draw it out, I'm gonna hit edit, and this is where GoZ is located right here. So theoretically, if I hit this button, this guy should open up automatically inside my scene in 3D Studio Max. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Awesome. Well, try it again. No. All right, well, I didn't do one important thing. I didn't make it a Polymesh 3D. So let's make it a Polymesh 3D and then give it a shot again. Nothing. And therein lies the first trap of GoZ. Now my GoZ is all set up. When you initially get GoZ going, you can come to Preferences, and if you come down here to GoZ, you can actually force reinstall, clear cache, import as subtool, make the path to 3D Studio Max. Now my path is already set up. It's a really easy process. But as you can see, the shit ain't going over. And this was the first thing that I ran into, because what you have to do in order to get it to go over is to not start up, let's just go ahead and not save because we have to restart it anyway, is not start it up just by double clicking it. You have to right click, run as administrator, and then retrace your steps, bring in a sphere, scale it up, hit edit, make a Polymesh 3D, and now that I'm running this as an administrator on my computer and I hit GoZ, oh shit! Magically it works. Why the fuck do I have to run as administrator? Good fucking question, developers of ZBrush. That would be great to let people know, because I see motherfuckers asking this question all day online, and no one can find the fucking answer. They're going into the config files, and they're reinstalling their programs and all kinds of bullshit, driving themselves fucking crazy, because the developers of ZBrush did another dumb fucking thing. Which makes all the sense in the world. Just expect that they will do dumb things to fuck you up at every turn. Anyway, now that that rant's out of the way, I can show you a couple of things that GoZ does good and a few things that it does bad. First off, let's start with the bad. GoZ will default your shit to mental ray every single time you bring it over. So if I bring my render setup right here, you can see it's already set to NVIDIA Mental Ray. If I switch it to V-Ray right here, close this guy, and then I GoZ, and it loads it up again, and I bring this guy up, back to Mental Ray. Every single time you bring a subtool over, every time you bring one object over in any way, shape, or form, it's going to switch your thing to Mental Ray, so it's best to just get this entire process out of the way. Nobody uses Mental Ray. No one fucking uses it. God damn it. If you use it, I'm sorry. Please, use something else. Like, it's crazy that it does that. And I know that people have made fixes and little scripts and all kinds of stuff to keep it from doing that, but god damn it, Pixelogic, V-Ray. Just default the shit to V-Ray and stop making people's lives miserable. Pretty please, with fucking sugar on top. Pretty please. Anyway. Enough about bitching. That's another thing you got to look out for. Let's go to the one thing that I think it does really well. So here I have my sphere inside ZBrush. And if I go to texture and I go to create and new polypaint, you can see that it's just a big flat white square because it's not really unwrapped or whatever. It's not unwrapped the right way. So if I go to Z plugin and I go to UV master and unwrap this sphere, which only takes a second, new from Polypaint, and you can see, bam, it unwrapped that sphere pretty well. So then I can hit GoZ. Cool. And so with that logic kind of moving forward, we can continue to work on this thing. I can close this down. I can come right back over to here. Seeing as how my UVs are set up and everything, I can start to take this piece of geo and move shit around and do all kinds of funky stuff with it. And then the second I want to bring it over here, just hit GoZ. Boop. No problem. And then there's my new piece of geo. So go to the front. Totally fine. And you can just continue to work that way. Even if you want to come into here and tweak your UVs, say you want to just grab these guys and, you know, make them smaller, or like change their positioning, or in some cases break them up, you can grab this dude and then hit GoZ, edit in ZBrush. It'll bring it right back over here, and if you hit create new, bam, then it changed it inside here. So this allows you to work seamlessly inside here and inside here. You can change your UVs in here, they'll update in here, as long as you remember to go back and forth, and every single time you do that, it's gonna change your shit to fucking mental ray for no goddamn reason. I'm still mad about that. But anyway, other than that, it's pretty dope, honestly. To be able to update your UVs across both platforms and everything and kind of keep track of it that way, it's really unique. It helps out a whole lot, but it doesn't answer every single question that you're going to need in order to bring it in, because the one big thing you're going to be missing out of this entire process is, how do I get my displacement maps out of here and onto here and have it look one-to-one on highly complex models? And that's going to be the next tutorial. So stick around, and that's coming up right after this one.